Welcome to Looplearnings, and in today's topic we are going to talk about how to make reports in Microsoft Access. So let's get started. Regular visitor of my channel, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to Looplearnings. Consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you get notification whenever I upload a new video. Every week 2 videos are uploaded. So today's topic is about reports in Microsoft Access. So I'm going to show you how to make a report. In this particular tutorial, this is part 10 of the series that we have created 9 videos before this video as well, and those 9 videos are also uploaded on my channel. If you haven't watched them, I would strongly recommend you to watch those so you understand what we are trying to create, and the links for those videos are in the description below. So in this particular tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a structure of a report. So we are not going to do any other thing rather than creating a structure of a report, setting up report and how the report should look like, what buttons should we have, what functionalities should we have, what data should we have in a report. That's what I'm going to demonstrate in this particular tutorial. In the next video, for sure, I'm going to demonstrate how to actually build a mechanism so users can generate reports. So that will be in the next video. Anyway, so let's get into Microsoft Access without further ado, and let's get started with the report structure. Okay, so we are in Microsoft Access now, and as I mentioned in my introduction, that we are going to make reports. I'm going to split this report session into 2 different videos because in one video it will be quite long. What I intend to do is I make reports based on this table, these records, so parts request table. So we have around 55 records in this table, and we will make different reports. So for example, one report we will make based on months, right? You can see that these records are for April and May as well. So one report we can make that user can generate based on months, and the second report I intend to make is based on the who has requested the part, right? I mean, which person in the organization has requested the part. You can see that here requested by names are here, and requested by IDs are here. So people or users can actually filter and generate report based on the drop down list perhaps, and they can choose the name of the person who has requested the part, and who has created this particular request, and how many requests are created for that particular person month wise perhaps. So different reports we can generate from this data set. We can also generate another report based on the status, whatever the status. So you can see status is delivered, pending. So you want to give this option to your users to filter the requests that are still pending or delivered. Again, you can go month wise, you can go date wise, you can go week wise, you can go quarter wise, you can go year wise. You can do whatever you wish to do. So there is a lot of functionality that you can create while creating reports. But of course, not everything I will be covering. I will be covering perhaps 3 types of reports, and in today's video definitely we'll put together the structure of reports, and then in next video I'm going to show you how to actually generate the reports, where you can put the comma boxes and generate the reports. Okay, so we will make reports for one report is month wise, so we want all the data. For example, we want to see that how many records are created in the month of April, irrespective of who has created, who has delivered, whatsoever. But we want to see a report in which we can see that on monthly basis how many records are created in a month. So one specific month we will have to choose, and then the report should get generated as well. So that is one report. So let's go ahead and make that. So I'll close this table and I'll go to the ribbon and I will click on tab called create. Under create tab there is a section called reports. Now as we can see here, there are a lot of options similar to what we have seen in tables and forms and queries. What we are not going to use is the report and blank report and all of these things. We are going to use the report design. So we are going to make a report from the scratch by ourselves. So let's click on that and we get this report in a design view. So let's expand this horizontally. Okay, and all right, now this is the report. This is actually a blank report, nothing is there. So let's attach some data set to this report. So I'll select this report. We'll go to the property sheet. In order to go to the property sheet, if it is not visible, go to design and property sheet, and then go to data and record source. Now there are two procedures. Either you can simply assign the table, right? You can simply assign the table from where you want to fetch the information, or you can click on ... and you can actually create a query based on the table that you wish to use. Now the difference in both, when it comes to table, you cannot do any modification. Whatever data exists in table, that only you can fetch in your record, but in your report. But the benefit of using query behind the report is that you can change the data into different formats. So for example, dates can be changed into long dates, or dates can be changed into weeks or months, etc. So those are important things that you can generate. Now this report is basically being generated through which user can generate records for one specific month and year, right? So for that we need to have a little bit of modification in the existing data. So let's first of all, let's get the information on here. So we'll basically get all the fields in the query, right? Status, state, requested by ID and requested by, delivered by ID. Well, in this query we don't need requested by ID and delivered by ID. What we would like to do is, if I'll run this query, it's exactly the same information that you get in the table, but in here you will see that the dates are mentioned in a particular format, date format. When you are going to generate data or report for a particular month or for a particular year, you will have to format these dates into month and year. And I'm going to show you the practice that I do generally. I don't know whether it's wrong or right, I have no idea at all, but it works. That's what I know. So whatever application I create, whenever I create reports, I use this methodology, which I'm going to demonstrate right now. So we want the month and year to be formatted based on requested on date, right? Because this is the date when request was actually initiated by user. All right, so let's format. So we'll actually start with what would be the field name. So we'll say month. Okay, because first let's get the month, and we will start with format, literally format, and we will get, we are running based on the requested on, that is the field we are referring to. So here also we have to type in requested on, okay, comma, and if you want month in like September, October, November, December, full characters, then of course you will have to type M 4 times. Okay, so let's run the query. This is an error. Oh, I forgot this, sorry about that. I am using wrong. Okay, format, then we have requested on month. Yeah, so now you can see April is coming up and the field name is month, right? And we have May as well. Now when you are running reports, my recommendation is to always give a reference of months or year in numeric fields. So for example, let's go to design view. We will copy the exact same column, paste here, but this time because we are choosing the numerical fields, so I will reduce 2 M's. So you will see what do I mean by that. So you can see that 04 right now this field is representing. So when we are creating a combo box to run a report which user will see combo box, that combo box will hold these numeric values as well. So 4th and 5th month, so it becomes much easier for a database to recognize that which data is being requested by the user. So instead of filtering down with the months in the characters, so use the numerical fields for the filtration. Now let's get the year as well. Okay, and in here we will change the field name to FY, fiscal year, and we wish to have full year name Y. So 4 times Y, and if I run report you can see 2021 completely. Okay, so this is why queries are really good way to modify your data, whatever you wish to present on your reports. So that query is done. We will close this query, and now we will bring all those fields on our report. So we'll go to design, add existing fields, and we will select all. So what I did, I just selected one field and then I pressed Ctrl A on my keyboard, so everything is selected. I will bring everything on my report. Now whenever you see this select parts request, delete that, it's not brought in properly. Okay, now it is good. So the first thing I would like to do is let's change the font color to full black. Okay, font color full black. And the next thing I would like to do is to change the orientation of these text boxes, because for example, if you will use, there are two type of orientation. So if I will go to layout, there is a tabular view, there is a stack view. Okay, so if I'll choose tabular view, which is stack view, which is right now, and if I run the report, you will see that there is a huge space in each record, which is not really ideal and not really user friendly. So we'll go to the other type of layout, which is tabular view. Okay, now the headings will go on the top and content will remain down there. Let's do little formatting. So I would like to bring it down. We'll select this also. Okay, this field we don't need this much. You can bring a space here. Type also, it's a small column, so you adjust the column width according to the data that you think that these fields or columns will hold. So that would be up to you. Okay, this I can reduce it, and delivered on can also be reduced. Delivered by can also be reduced a little bit, not too much, little bit. Delivered we can also reduce. Status, okay, status also we can reduce the column width. Status date, we can reduce the column width again. Now this fiscal year and month and this M field, I would like to bring it on the so we'll add the page header as well. Right now page header was not included, so page header will also be added. Now let's bring these three fields, so I will remove them from layout and I'll bring them here. Okay, month, so you will see when I will show you the overview of report, then you will understand what I'm doing here. Okay, so we'll reduce the width now. Setting is done almost. We'll bring these fields further on the left side. Okay, we will hide it. Visible, no, we don't want that. Okay, now we'll bring this closer to these fields. Now if I will run report view, we can see it's coming along very well. Okay, so this is good, but it's not yet finalized. I would like to do a lot more formatting here. First of all, we will remove these borders from all the text boxes. Secondly, we will do the alignment. For example, you see here this alignment is on the right, we will do the alignment to the left, and these fields also alignment is on the right, we will do it on the left. And oh, so registration number here, see, this is the thing, here it is showing IDs, it's not really a registration number. So we want to show the registration number in report instead of vehicle ID. So that's another change we need to make in the query itself. And the other thing we would like to do, okay, one by one, let's do it. So we'll go to the design view and we'll go to the query. First of all, let's figure it out. Okay, so instead of, because here in this query or in this table, registration is considered as a primary field or secondary field, and it is showing the unique ID. But instead of unique ID in report, we want to show the registration number. And where the registration number is stored? Well, it is stored in the vehicles table. So we'll go to the show table and vehicles table will fetch in, and because these two tables are linked together, so you will see automatically the link is there. So here, this registration number, you can see here registration number. So instead of getting the registration number from parts request table, we want registration number from vehicle table. That is it. So if I'll run report, now you will see the registration number properly. Now you get it? Hopefully you got the idea what I'm talking about. If I run report, we will see the registration number properly, and that is how you change the data in reports. Now let's do alignment of the fields, and let's remove these borders and have a line here, divider in each, between each record. So that's what we will do now. To change the alignment, let's change this as well. And the month is on the left side alignment. FY, instead of FY, we can change the label name to fiscal year. Okay. All right, this is hidden, so we don't need to do anything with this. And bring this a little closer. Okay, now let's get rid of the borders. We'll go to the format, shape outline and transparent. Let's align the text. So for example, this field, and status, this, delivered by, requested by, all of these should be aligned towards the left. Now it is according to my preference. Your preference could be something else as well. This field is already on the left, so but we need to reduce the field column width. Okay. All the dates, I usually like all the date to be centered. So status date also, let's make them centered. Looks good. Now let's have a divider, a line between two records. So we'll go to design and we'll pick a control called line. Okay. All right. Now we'll go back, we'll run a report, and now you can see a huge difference. Still there is a lot more the formatting is required, right? Nothing is finalized yet. Now the next step I want to do is, as you can see, we can see that these fields are editable, kind of editable. I mean, people can't really edit, but at least they are, people can select. And this is important. The reason being is, if someone has to copy some information, they can copy from the report itself. They don't have to export this report into Excel and then copy and paste one particular field that they wish to. Next, what I would like to do is, you can see that alignment for a year is not correct yet. Another thing I would like to do is remove this gray color from the alternate row, right? At the moment in alternate row, the color is gray to differentiate the record. So, but I don't like it. Let's remove it. So how do you do that? You come here and you right click, and alternate color is here. Come here, right click, alternate color should be white, and this alignment should be on the left. Here as well, alignment should be on the left, and I think that is enough for now. Now you can see it looks much more cleaner, right? There is no gray and white colors. It looks much cleaner. Now let's make these headings bold. I like to make headings bold, so it's much more differentiated that what is heading and what is record. So let's make these headings, simply control B and you have headings bold, right? You can see here. Fantastic. Now this column I think is a lot wider, so I would like to reduce the column width here as well. If I go to the print preview and let's change this from portrait to landscape, and even in landscape we cannot get the full report. And the reason you have to check this, because if user would like to print this report, then they should be able to print and it should come properly. I mean, all the records should come properly in one report, right? Should not be like this. So let's make this as a simply an ID. We don't need to put request ID full name. Let's reduce the size. Here requested by, we can reduce the size. We can reduce the size of registration a little bit. We can reduce the size of model a little bit. Okay, we can reduce the size of request column a little bit. We can reduce the size of delivered by a little bit. We can reduce the size of delivered. Okay, so status is, you can see that now there is a huge space left. So we'll see again if it is coming in one page. It should come actually now. So now if I'll go to print preview, and still there is a little bit left which needs to be done. So which field, which column we can stretch a little bit? I think model we can stretch a little bit, type we can stretch a little bit, because you don't want to lose data or information as well. Or other thing you can do is reduce the size of the font. So font you can reduce maybe perhaps 1 point. So let's see what is the font size. Font size is 11. Let's make it 10. And let's reduce the model column further. Okay, type also further, and all right. So now if I'll go to report, let's go to print preview. Now we see the full width is showing up. So now at the moment it is perfect. I mean, all the fields, all the columns are coming very nicely into one simple report. What next? Well, next I would like to have some heading here. So let's change the color first of all. We'll bring some light color here. We'll go to design. We'll put some caption. So label. Okay, so for example, Looplearnings Inc. Let's increase the size of it, size of the font. Okay, now what I would like to do is make sure that the letters or the characters are exactly in the center of report. That's what I would like to do. So this is how you do it. Oh, you have to save the report. So we'll say parts request monthly R represents report. Okay, and we'll go to report view. Nice. So we have a nice heading, we have fiscal year, fiscal month, and we have records for all records at this point of time. Now what else I would like to have is the two buttons. Perhaps one button is for printing, the other button is for the exporting or sending. Perhaps sending would be better, I think. So let's go to design view, let's go to design, pull a button, and let's make some button here. So we'll make this as print. I don't like this formatting, so let's change the formatting, shape as well, and this formatting is okay. Alright, design, property sheet, format. Let's have an icon. I really don't like the buttons without icons. There has to be some sort of icons. Let's get printer icon, printer. Here we go. And we want both the text and the icon, and we want to change the name to btn print. Okay, reduce the size. Let's change the thickness of it's already the minimum level. Let's make another button, and that button would be sending through email, sending this report through email. So we will have send. I would like to have Outlook icon perhaps, but let's change the name first, btn send. We'll go to format, picture, and then Outlook perhaps, Microsoft, report, table, Excel, Outlook. Cool. Let's do the VBA behind these two buttons. So let's do the VBA behind send button, code builder, and in here 2cmd dot run command accmd send. Okay, accmd send. Now there is another VBA code which perhaps I'll show you in later videos, but this also works. Debug it. Let's go to report view. See, now it is asking which format would you like to use to send. So you can use PDF, you can use Excel, different formats that are being supported here. Normally PDF would be fine or Excel would be fine. PDF is the most popular. So the reason I have not given specific file type is this is the reason. So you let the user choose what type of format they wish to choose when they are sending the report. Okay, let's do a print, coding behind print also. Code builder, and again 2cmd dot run command accmd print. All right, print. Now one more thing I would like to do is to have a code for the error handling. Remember, error handling is extremely important. So I'm going to do a little cheating here again. I'm going to copy and paste the error handling from other forms. That's okay for me, it works for me. For you, please, if you're learning, you should write the code by yourself. On error, resume next. So we'll have here on error, resume next. That is it. Save it, debug it. All right, we'll go to report view, print, and rest assured it will bring the printer dialog box. You can choose your preferred printer and you can go ahead and print it. See, this is what I was talking about. So if the action is cancelled by user, the nice pop-up will come instead of run command error. So the run command was cancelled. Okay, fine. The other thing I would like to do is change this name here as well, whatever appears here, and also I would like to have this report as a pop-up. I don't like report in this particular way, so we'll go to design view, and first of all we'll change the name here. So we'll go to the caption format and caption, parts request report monthly. Okay, now that's what will appear here. And now I'll go to other tab, I'll make pop-up yes, modal yes. Okay, nice. Now you understand what I was talking about. So parts report monthly, and we have nicely made report. I believe you like it, hopefully. Other thing I would like to do before I move on to the next report is, you see this gray border here? This is actually representing that there is a what do you call this, scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar. So we are not going to use horizontal scroll bar, so I want to get rid of this. Let's go to design view, and we'll go to the format, and in here the scroll bars right now at the moment is both, and we will say only vertically we need scroll bars. Okay, and that is it. So we'll go to report view again, and now you can see that gray color is gone. We have gotten rid of it. Nice. So I think this report structure is ready to be used, and this is what I wanted to show you in this particular tutorial. But before I move on, let's make another report, and that report would be based on requested by, right? So we want a person name on the top here, and then all records that belongs to that person name, or all the records that are initiated or created by that particular person. So we want to have that report also. Another thing I would like to do is, I would like to have a total here, right? How many records are being shown in this particular report. Right now you don't know, because you will have to calculate the records, and which is not really good. Okay, not calculate, I mean count the record. So let's have a count of all the records. So we will we'll have count on registration number. We'll go to design, and in here total we'll say count record. Okay, and that is it essentially. So we'll expand it. Okay, we'll change the top margin to 0.06, 0.09, and we'll make it bold as well. So now if I will run, we can see 55 records. Now let's make it aligned towards the left so it looks nice. Okay, Another thing perhaps I would like to do is to have a label here which shows what this 55 represents. So let's make it enabled false. Let's get the label, and the label I would like to have is rows of records. Let's make it full black, the font color, and let's grab it and bring it here. Let's merge these two. So we'll go to design and where is the merge option? Yeah, here. So merge it so it looks nice. Let's bring it, let's reduce the top margin and it is on the left. Let's make it bold. Now if we run it, rows of 55 rows of records. Nice. Okay, so in next video I'm going to show you how do you actually filter right now, because all the records are being displayed. So you will see April, you will see May as well. So we want to have one particular month, and for that particular month we want to display the record. So stay tuned, and that would be shown in the next video. But before we go, as I said, let's make another report, and that report is based on a requested by, actually who has initiated the request, who has created the request. So simply what I would like to do is, I would like to, because we need the same record sets, we need same information on that report also. It's just the structure of that report would be a little bit different. We'll see that. So I would like to copy this report and paste it and change the name. So what we would like to do is parts request agent wise report. Okay, that's what I would like to do. Parts request agent wise report. So let's do a little change here, and in here what I would like to do is actually, instead of month and year, I would like to have a requested by here on the top of it. So let's do that. First of all, let's bring this fiscal year, fiscal month here. Okay, fiscal year as well. So hopefully you are understanding what I am doing here. If you are not, I will explain you. Just give me a second, please. Just watch what I'm doing, so you would understand automatically, I'm sure. Let's bring this as well here, although we don't need to see it, but at least okay. So now let's reduce the size of this field to width to 0. Okay, now we want requested by to be appeared here. So let's remove them from layout and bring it here. Requested by. Okay. Let's increase the size of it. And what else I would like to do is I would like to bring the requested by ID field as well, because when we are running report we will have requested by ID, so it's easy for us to filter the report. Remember, as I mentioned, this access works with numeric fields, especially when it comes to the reports. So use as much as possible numeric fields and numeric data to run the report. Alright, so we don't want to see this, we'll hide it. Visible, no. Let's make height 0, save it, and let's reduce the size of it. We'll make it FY, because this field width is a little bit more. Let's bring this line here. Okay, let's increase the width of this line. So now you see the name of a person on the top, and then these requests are created and initiated by this particular person, right? If there is a person name change, then definitely you would see the name change as well. At the moment you would not, because I will have to make those changes when a report is running. Okay, rest everything will remain same, only we have brought the year and month here, and we have taken the requested by on the top. All right, print preview. There is formatting required. Let's reduce the column size for model. Requested on. Let's reduce the width of line. And now if we will go to print preview, now this is fine. Okay, so this is how you make reports. Now the structure is ready. What we need to do is we need to build a mechanism through which user can actually generate these reports. At the moment user cannot do anything, but we need to create a mechanism through which user can generate a report, and that, my friends, I will demonstrate in the next video. So for today this is it. Hopefully you have learned something. Even if you have not, please do let me know in the comments below. Smash the like button if you like this video, and hit the bell icon so you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Subscribe to the channel also. Anyway, until next time, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.